Hello, great Indians. How are you? I hope you are fine at your home, safe at your home. Today we will start with the very first chapter, that is the set theory. Up to class 10th, we have learned some basic concepts of trigonometry, application of trigonometry, number systems, polynomials, linear equations. All we have studied up to the class 10. But set theory, it is very new to you. But in everyday life, we use this type of collection of objects, collection of things, which is included in the set theory. So let's start with the history of sets. This theory of set was developed by the German mathematician Georg Cantor in 1845 to 1918. He first encountered the set while working on problems of trigonometry series. Sets are being used in the mathematics problem since they were discovered, right? So who developed this theory of sets? The German mathematician Georg Cantor, right? Now, how we can define the sets? Sets are nothing but the collection of objects of a particular kind, right? It is nothing but the well-defined collection of objects. Let's take an example, a pack of cards, right? So pack of the cards, everyone know that there are 52 cards, right? 52 cards are fixed, and in the 52 cards, 4 sets are there, right? As we all know that 2 colors are there, red and black, heart, diamond, club, spade. These are the 4 categories which is included in the cards. So these are the fixed, right? In the mathematics, how that sets are included, like a collection of natural number, collection of whole numbers, collection of prime numbers, even numbers, odd numbers. These all are included in the set theory, right? Collection of people, which is the example of a set. So in the mathematics, generally these are examples of a sets in the mathematics, where n denotes the set of the natural number, z denotes the set of integers, q denotes the set of rational numbers, r denotes the set of the real numbers, z denotes the set of the positive integers, q denotes the set of the positive rational numbers, r denotes the set of the positive real numbers, right? These all are the examples of the sets in mathematics. So basically a set is a well-defined collection of objects, right? So remember, in the elements of the sets are the synonym terms. Sets are usually denoted by a capital letters, right? So sets are denoted by the capital letters, and the elements that are included in the sets are represented by the small letters. So remember, sets are denoted by the capital letters, but the elements which are included in the sets are represented by the small letters, correct? Now to represent these sets, there are 2 ways which is used to represent the sets. First is a roster form, which is also called as a tabular form. Second is a set builder form. So basically there are 2 ways to represent the set. So let's learn one by one how to represent the set in the roster form and how to represent the set in the set builder form. So in the roster form, all the elements of a set are listed, right? The elements are being separated by the commas and are enclosed with the braces, correct? So in the roster form, all the elements are listed, elements are being separated by the commas, and elements are enclosed within the braces. So these 3 things you have to always remember while writing the sets in the roster form. Let's take example set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you have to represent this in the set builder for a roster form, so which things we have to remember? That the in between the every elements we have to mention the commas. So 1, then comma, then 2, 3. These all elements are listed, are separated by the commas, and are enclosed by the braces. So these 3 things you have to mention. So these are more example based on the roster form. First is a set of even positive integer less than 7. So first of all, what are even numbers? Even numbers are those numbers which are divided by 2, right? So how many numbers are there? 3 numbers are there, 2, 4 and 6, right? So these all 3 numbers are the even number, positive integers also, right? So how many numbers are there? 3. And after elements we have to mention the commas, because we have to represent it in the roster form, and you have to enclosed by the braces, correct? So this is the first example. Second example, set of all English alphabet vowels. So which vowels are there? A, comma, E, comma, I, comma, O, comma, U. All elements are being distinguished by a commas and are enclosed with the braces, right? Third example is a set of all odd numbers. So odd numbers are 1, 3, 5. What are odd numbers which are not divided by 2? So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Continuously, it is a continuous process. So that's why we have to represent it. We have to represent it by the dot this dash dash dash, this dash 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 indicates that these are the continuously never ending numbers. So that's why for never ending numbers we have to represent it by the dash dash dash. So this is how we can represent this all these examples by a roster. So next is a set builder form. In a set builder form, all the elements of a set possesses a single common property which is not possessed by an element outside the set. Like we have studied in the roster form, what we have to do, we have to write all the elements, and after every element we have to write a comma and separated by a comma and enclosed by the braces. But here we have to only write a property, right? This set indicates the property. Let's take an example, set of a natural number. So you don't have to write all this number, you just have to write the x, then double dot, that is semicolon. This semicolon or double dot indicates that such that x is a natural number. Let's see some more examples on the set builder form. So these are more examples on the set builder form. This is the first example, set of a natural number between 3 and 10. So which numbers are there? So between 3 and 10 natural number, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the numbers between 3 and 10. But you don't have to mention these numbers in the set builder form. What we have to do, we have to just write the x, this double dot indicates that such that x is a natural number and the value of the x lies between 3 and 10, right? So you don't have to write the numbers, just you have to write the x and write the property, write the definition of x. X is a natural number where the value of the x between 3 and 10, right? In this way you can represent it in the set builder form. Let's take the next example, vowels in the English alphabet. So you don't have to write A, E, I, O, U. You have to mention x, then double dot. This is the double dot, where double dot indicates such that x is a vowel in the English alphabet. Here also you have to enclose by the braces. Here also you have to enclose by the braces. This is how you can represent it in the set builder form.